Hey guys, it is Kyle, our Vulcan Wolverine. It's Friday, like 5:40. I'm not sure the date. I think it's like the 11th of March. Um, and I wanted to make a video. I just woke up about 4:30. It usually takes me about 2 hours to feel human again. They're burning like this part of my neck and my chest in my head, like while asleep, and I'm getting a lot of directed dreams, which are very horrible. Um, they're just like they just kind of hit me in the heart, and it's just kind of psychologically hurts me. I wanted to talk about though, like I think we're getting very close to some kind of resolution because I'm looking at the testimonies and I'm seeing the numbers are going up dramatically. Like the number of views, like I'm seeing like 30,000 views on some videos that I saw only had like 2,000 or something like that. And it's on a lot of different things, like Targ Indy's video about the whole program. I think he had like maybe 1,000 views when I saw it a couple months ago, and now it's like 30,000 views. So all the views, like there must be non-target individuals kind of learning about it and studying it, and then more target individuals coming up. So like what I just want to strengthen myself and strengthen everybody else by just saying I think something's coming to a head here. A lot of the water is being muddied out there. If you've ever heard the saying, if they get a slippery fish, they try and muddy the water, and that's what they try and do with us as target individuals. They muddy the water as much as they can so that you have defamation and people won't listen to you. And I did want to comment. I don't know if he watches my videos, but I left a comment for him, and I did want to say something about it because it's a pretty big deal. Jiminy Cricket is he gives a lot of testimonials about, he had a theory that it was an artificial intelligence doing this, which I didn't agree with, but from his symptoms and what he was describing, I knew that he was a target individual. He came out on one of his videos and, said he was schizophrenic, which a lot of younger guys, have done. And I'm not angry. This stuff is horrific, and it's not weakness. It's easier to believe you have schizophrenia. To kind of society will welcome you with open arms, that you admitted it. But then on that video down at the bottom, you see a comment by somebody who's like, "Good job coming out and saying you have schizophrenia. I used to think I was a target individual, and then I realized it was all in my mind." And it was great because then there's this his YouTube, I guess, avatar is a Baphomet. So I thought that was really funny and awful at the same time. So there are a lot of people they like that, that he's coming out and saying he has schizophrenia. It helps them to bury it. But like, I mean, I'm not mad about anything that's going on that people do. I mean, I do get mad when people go and do violence because of this. But that's just something that, I mean, it hits me because it really muddies the water. It really confuses things. But in some kind of way that I don't realize, it's like I think that they're muddying the water a lot. There's a lot more views, a lot more research about it. As it gets more confused, I think people will look towards it more and they'll research it more. Because they're like, what is this confusing thing everybody's talking about? Is it schizophrenia? Is it, are people being targeted? And I mean, we know, like, it's really, there is gangstalking. There's directed energy weapons. They're being used on people remotely. Like, I would never, ever, put any of this with schizophrenia. I think some people with schizophrenia get targeted, which makes it even, the water's more muddied. And, I don't know if that's on purpose. I mean, I don't, this program, like I was talking to somebody after a conference call last night, and, I was like, there are, a lot of people with schizophrenia being targeted. which hurts it and confuses it. Um, but those are just things that are going to happen. That I was like saying that this is. I don't want to give evil a compliment, but this system really works itself. It's very hidden. It's well oiled evil. Um, and whoever thought this out, like this program, like the group of people that thought it out and put it out, I mean, they know how to hide things within what we believe about ourselves, what we're willing to do. That they know that people need to see physical evidence. So talking about an invisible microwave radiation that's torturing you in your sleep, and being shot from across the city or remotely from somewhere or from your neighbors next door or whatever. People are like, give me the evidence, give me something physical. But that's gonna. I mean, it's gonna have to change. Our legal system's gonna have to change. Technology's gonna have to change, and that's why a lot of people would deny this program, even though they see what it does. It's because it's a big change. Like when you learn that this is out there, you have to change your life. And we have no choice. As target individuals, we have no choice but to change our lives, because it's either change our lives, get information out there, or just lay down and die. That's something I'm not going to do. And I know the people that I talk to, target individuals, they're not doing it either. So I would just encourage you. Things are changing rapidly. That's what happens with something like this. And I wanted to say, my grandfather, on my mother's side, he was a very intelligent man. He was an engineer. He was actually a naval engineer in World War II. And like he was in Iwo Jima and stuff like that. Very, very intelligent man. Just he saw every detail in the world. And he was telling me one time, and I think he was talking about, basically civil rights and, African American rights. And he said, there's a pendulum that swings in society. And, sometimes it swings way, way up. And there's my hand. Sometimes it swings way, way up to one side. And that's where it is now. But and then it'll swing back, swing towards the middle, and then it'll swing towards towards the other side. And he says he's seen that in every kind of social situation in his life. And I see that here. What I see right now is I see the pendulums way, way up into the gangstalkers, the microwavers. It's on their side still, way up there. But it's not going up there, it's coming back down right now. So it's still way up there against us, but it's on its way back down. It's going to go towards the center. What I get worried about is I think it's going to go all the way to the other side, where these people are going to be vilified, like we're going to get more help. People are going to be hunting these people down because they're going to be so mad about this. And I see it happening right now. I see that pendulum. It's still on that side, so we can't get help, and the system's, corrupt, and, I mean, I'm getting tortured in my sleep, like, really bad, to where when I wake up, I feel like I'm, like my spine, it feels like somebody stuck a knife between my spine and the muscles in my back. I have defenses, too, and this guy is just putting the juice on, to get over my defenses. But that pendulum is swinging back down right now. I feel it in my gut. I feel it when I think it when I see like what's going on out there with testimonies and what's happening in our world. And pretty soon, we just got to hold out, and it's going to get easier. It's going to get easier for us. There's going to be more people who it's happening to, so we'll feel less alone. We'll be able to get help. Doctors will have heard about it, so they'll at least entertain the question of whether or not it's happening, instead of just being like, that's totally schizophrenia. And it's just, I feel it in my gut. And I've had really smart, good grandparents, really smart, good parents. I was raised right, to never quit. And, I actually, I watch a lot of Star Trek. Y'all know that. Kind of a nerd. I was watching Wrath of Khan last night, and they were doing the thing about the Kobayashi Maru, and it's this test that they take where it's a no-win situation. And, you know, Captain Kirk, eventually, he cheats, you know, to win it. It's a no-win situation. He says he doesn't believe in no-win scenarios. And the whole point of the Kobayashi Maru is to teach them how to in the face of certain death, to keep composure, of the ship themselves. And that's what I've had to do, because I see this, it's like it seems hopeless and stuff like that. But also, there is a way. Always, there are no win scenarios. I really believe that. I believe there is a way in this. It seems hopeless and big, and a lot of these people doing this to us, they see it as like, these people can't do anything about this. The system has decided that this is, you know, something that we can do and we can hide. But for me, this is not a no-win scenario, and it never will be. You know, even if they do end up killing me, or I get cancer or something, which I'm not trying to depress anybody. I'm just saying those are the worst case scenarios. Even in those worst case scenarios, there's still a win for what I'm doing, putting my videos out, getting the information out, helping other target individuals. Even in the worst scenario, it is not a no-win. But I just wanted to do a video. I haven't done a video in a while. My targeting has become, you know, kind of complicated because I have a roommate, so I can't just, you know, go nuts in my house and start putting aluminum all over my room, and you know, but I am going to build a Faraday cage in my room. Still using the plates, the Q-Wave defenders. They do help, but they do find a way to get over those, to pump up the juice to get over those. I'm sorry if I'm a little bit whacked out, because they're really hitting me in my sleep very hard. I mean, it feels like just punching in the side of my head, like in my back, really burning my body while I sleep. But let me know how you guys are doing. I've been getting on those conference calls, and I'll tell you what, that is one of the best things that I've done, and I would just recommend it. Get on TalkShoe if you're a target individual who doesn't know what's going on, and you want to talk to people who've gone through it for a long time. Get on those calls, because like I've been going through it for about 6 years that I know of. 5 or 6 years of, you know, when it started, the high-pitched sound started, and I knew something was going on. Then I figured out it was I was being targeted. It was gang stalking. Stuff could have been happening before then, because for years before I had jaw problems. I had pain in the back of my head, and I thought it was from my Crohn's disease, because I have an autoimmune disorder. You know, and I've been through a lot of surgeries, a lot of dental surgeries, so yeah, I kind of question the whole chip thing. I think they can do it without a chip. I'm pretty sure that's what they're doing to me. But I was listening to one lady on the conference call that I was on last night, and there are conference calls every night, because there are people who are devoted to stopping this, devoted in every way, and I think I'm going to have to become somebody like that. I'm going to have to do more than I'm doing now. I'm trying to live a regular life and then do this kind of on the side, protect myself on the side. But I think that the longer we hold out and we're really strong, we're really active and doing activism, protesting, you know, spending our time on it, the less it'll be around, like the least amount of time it'll be around. So I think I've got to kind of get going with it, make sure I'm defended no matter, you know, how crazy I look, and buy some more time. But I just want to know how you guys are doing. Just definitely get on those conference calls if you can. You know, there's one every night. I'll post some. I'm going to talk to the people who do them. I'll give out Mike's conference call number, so you guys can get on there. You know, it's every Monday at 6 p.m. Central Time. That's my time. And then you know, Monday and Thursday night at 6 p.m. Central Time. I'm not sure. I think that's like 7 p.m. Eastern Time, and it's maybe 8 8 over in California.